My name is Josiah Odanga. I am the journalist who nearly 40 days ago was attacked while undertaking my news gathering duties somewhere in Siaya County. I've decided to come out to address myself on this issue because I believe it is only my voice that I have, and I have to come out and speak for myself. I was attacked on January 20th, 2024 by some of my colleagues, and therefore they are people who are well known to me. I reported the incident on the very day, but then no arrest has been made. I was injured. I followed the due process. I went to the hospital. I was treated. I filled the P3 form, and which confirmed that indeed I had been injured on the head. But then, after recording statements at the Yala police station, no one has been arrested so far. For the umpteenth time, I've been told by the police that my case is with the ODPP. So this is to call on the Directorate of Public Prosecutions to hasten that case, because I believe that the lady who beat me up, if I am the one who had beaten her up, then I would have been arrested on the very day. But now that I'm a man and I'm the one who is aggrieved in this case, nobody seemed to be coming out to speak for me. Two, I want to address myself in relation to what the Media Council of Kenya has been able to do in relation to the two press statements that they had to release in relation to my case. The first press statement was released on the third day after my attack, and what that press statement said is that the three of us who were involved in that fight or the incident were all wrong. The Media Council said in that statement that they had completed their investigations. I'm displeased with the decision of the Media Council to have published such a statement, because they had dispatched an individual, one of their staff, to come on a purported fact-finding mission. Then the individual met the three of us who were involved, interviewed us separately, and met some other two people, interviewed them separately. These other two people are people who were accomplices in my attack. And therefore, the report that came out of the so-called fact-finding mission by the MCK was set to be biased, if I may say so, because it was only me who was interviewed. Everybody else who was interviewed during that fact-finding mission was either my attacker or people who were accomplices in my attack. One of them is the person who had pulled me from the crowd to a place where I was finally attacked. The other one is the person whose camera was used to attack me and inflict injury to my head. He is also the same person with whom I believe the vehicle that he was driving was used to plan or to discuss how I was to be attacked that day. And therefore, I did raise this issue with the MCK, but the MCK seemed to have wished my concerns away, leading to the press statement of 23rd January, if I'm not wrong, that I believe condemned as all the three of us, including myself, who had been hurt. What followed, or rather before what followed, the same press statement never recognized that the police were investigating the matter. And therefore, I was aggrieved because the MCK does not in any way have the mandate and the jurisdiction to investigate anything criminal like my assault case. And therefore I believe that the MCK rushed ahead of everything. They ought to have left the police to ensure due diligence. Then what followed was the MCK summoning me to Kisumu to go, because at the point of my summon, I believe the Media Council CEO, Mr. David Omoyo, was now, at that point he had believed that all of us were wrongdoers, and therefore we deserved the summon. I decided to honor the summon, traveled by PSV all the way to Kisumu, despite having expressed concerns that I was injured and I needed not to travel by PSV, and therefore avoid long travels at that point. That was only 4 days, or rather 5 days after my attack, and the wound was still very fresh. But I went nonetheless. Reaching Kisumu, I was, the person who came for the fact-finding mission was given an opportunity to rapporteur on what findings he had established. Then what followed, I was given a chance to say what really I knew about the incident. I sought Mr. Omoyo's guidance on what I felt like the case was with the police and it was not right for us to be discussing the same at the meeting. Mr. Omoyo granted me my wish and said that if that was the case, then he was not willing to delve into it. And therefore, I feel and I believe that Mr. Omoyo deviated. He went straight into claiming that he had documentary evidence to show that we had been picking handouts and that's why we were fighting. I want to say categorically, unequivocally, that this is misleading, because it is what led to the second press statement that Mr. Omoyo published on the very day of my summon. So he said that we were fighting because of a handout that had been given to us. This is wrong. At the meeting, I made it clear to the Media Council that the issue of handouts, generally speaking, handouts from news sources, is not alien to the journalism practice, and that as an individual, I've seen and I've witnessed so many generally speaking handouts. That did not mean that I was saying that we were fighting for handouts and that's why I was attacked. Mr. Omoyo went ahead after that meeting, published a press statement, a misleading one for that matter, saying that on our own admission, we said that we were fighting over handouts. This was misleading, and I did not take it kindly from the Media Council. I have so far written to the Media Council's Complaints Commission over this issue to express my displeasure, and I hope that something will be done. But I must speak strongly against what the Commission did, because what they did is to soil my reputation. I worked so hard. I went to school. There are people who supported me to school. I went to school. I earned my journalism degree, and now I came to practice. Only 4 to 5 years later, actively practicing, then someone is coming to soil my reputation with half-baked reports that could only be established by an institution with competent jurisdiction like the courts. So why couldn't the Media Council wait for the court process, or rather even help me to push the matter to expedite the matter in the criminal justice system? Why did they have to rush, knowing too well that they did not have the mandate to investigate a criminal offense? So one is to clear the air, because now the latest development is that my employer has decided, based on the advisory of the council, that I be suspended pending further hearings or further investigations. The Media Council itself, apart from the press statements, has never written to me officially to tell me more about the suspension, when it is likely to end, and therefore they leave me in a state of confusion. I've reached out to the Kisumu Regional MCK coordinator, who has since decided to go mute on the issue. I've been suspended by my employer, which I don't think is a bad thing for my employer to do, because they've been advised so. But then, apart from the Media Council declaring that it had suspended our accreditations, the people who attacked me are on with duty as usual. I've been reporting, and anybody who cares to listen or move to the field in Siaya will hear them over the radio report, and will see them on the field undertaking their duties as if nothing ever happened. In that regard, I feel that there has not been any fair administrative action, and this state has been caused by the Media Council. So mine is to call on the Media Council to come with clean hands, to support the case that I lodged in the criminal with the police, and that I'm being told is with the ODPP. If they could help me to ensure that this case gets to court, then I would be very grateful. And I believe the best thing that the Media Council should do is to retract the 2 press statements that they had to publish, because there is no fairness so far in this matter. I'm the one who was attacked, I'm the one who is mostly aggrieved, and I'm the one who has been suspended so far, and this has affected me, because my job, where I've been suspended from, was my source of livelihood. I have a young family that I need to take care of, and therefore this is not a light matter that the Media Council would want just to mess up with my life while I'm watching. So if anything is not going to happen, I've decided that I'll use my voice to speak up for myself. And I want to invite anyone who may be interested in this case to also support me. Journalists fighting, I believe, is a unique one. The Media Council is always quick to condemn the police and politicians and their associates who attack journalists. But now, a journalist attacking another journalist is being swept under the carpet. This would be a very interesting bit even for research. So the Media Council, being the regulator, should not sweep the issue of my assault under the carpet and end up soiling my reputation that I've so far worked so hard to get. I thank you.